So after the disappointment loss in the last game, we've gone unbeaten again. Mind you, it's only 2 games, and today we face second in the league Brescia and Empoli, who are fifth and just been relegated from Serie A. Things could start to get a bit loosey, I sense.
In the heart of northern Italy lies a town steeped in footballing history. Welcome to Vercelli, home to one of the most storied clubs in Italian football, Pro Vercelli. Languishing in the lower leagues as its once glittering legacy faded into obscurity. But now, a new chapter is about to be written. A chapter of redemption, revival, and triumph. Get ready to witness the rebirth of a footballing legend. This is Football Manager 24, the Pro Vercelli Chronicles.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Pro Vercelli Chronicles. So since you were last with me, we went on to beat Cannizaro 1-0 with Mox on the score sheet. We then beat Lecco 3-1 with Mox, Rudiger and Spav 1 on the score sheet. Today we face Brescia and then Empoli in what has to be 2 defeats. I would think anything more than a defeat is good. So for today's game, we have Vitek in goal. He is just playing really well. I just like him. He is incredibly good. He is only here on loan from Manchester United. He's worth 10 million. If we manage to get promoted, I want to keep him. We've got Leslie at the back with Murphy, Dackhill and Fiera as well. Helgeson and Ayari, Ayari. You know what? Yassin. And Yassin in midfield with Bonomi, Maldini and Fitzy behind Mox up top. So let's see if we can push the boat out here, and anything other than a heavy defeat is a good result. So I want to talk about something, and it's quite a big thing. Now, for this, it's going to the boss of La Liga. In a statement about football piracy, he said, and I quote, well, I don't quote exactly because I'm changing it slightly. He said, is that working? Is my beep working? I don't think my beep's working, is it? He said that children and free football sites is the same thing. Firstly, I hope the police are looking into his internet history after saying that. And I don't believe you could be more wrong if you tried. Now, it's crazy to even say that crimes against children and free football's the same thing. It's not even the same sport. It's one is arguably you shouldn't do it, but you're not gonna, it's not the end of the world, is it? the other is the end of a life, pretty much. So yeah, um, I I don't understand how, why, where, and when that would even be a thing. But never mind. Yeah, just realising that I tell you why. I know why it's not working. I meant to press this one, but instead I pressed the mute mic. Yeah, so children and free football is not the same thing at all. Never has been, never will be. Let's move on now and concentrate on the fact we're losing 2-0. The reason why I wanted to talk about that, I suppose, is to hide the fact we're losing, because I knew it would happen. This team is obviously a step above us. This team is, in theory, Serie A team. We are not. The season preview actually had us at 50-1 towards the relegation zone. Now, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think we are a little bit better than last season. But clearly not that good. We're going to berate the boys. It's an absolute joke. They're beating us all over the pitch, although possession's not that much different. I'm actually going to drop back to balanced. I'm going to thrash Arms and tell him it was terrible. We're dropping back to balanced, and I may have to look at doing something else. Although, stats-wise, this is not a 3-0 game. But we do tend to make up stupid giving the ball away ideas, which one can never be happy with. But the ball's played over, but the keeper comes out and gathers comfortably. So we've been playing quite well. Yes, I think we do need a couple more players. We are very, very much lacking in a couple of places now, I feel. But, you know, we're going to make some changes now. I do feel that our bench is stronger. Now we have last season we had a reasonably good first team. This season, one would argue we've got our bench is just as strong as our first team. Pierre's coming on for Leslie. Our bench is as strong as our first team, so now it's a case of rebuilding a couple of players in the first team so that our first team is better. Whereas at the moment our first team is playoffs, I would say, and our bench is probably about the same. But we have to wait and see. Let's just demand a little bit more. We have just scored, and you're most vulnerable after you've just scored, and they are on the attack, and they have scored. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We're 4-1 down now. We're going attacking. We're going to unleash. If we can get a goal now, we've got a chance of getting something maybe out of this game. We've got 10 minutes left. 4-2, boys and girls. Let's keep going and hope that we can get another one. If we get another one, it makes it very, very interesting. But it doesn't look like we're going to get another one. And it's all over. Lads, they've played well. And yes. Join us for the second defeat in our second game today. So for our second game against Empoli, we have Vitek in goal, Murphy, Pieri, Dakil and Lezi in defence, with Helgeson and Calagaria in midfield, Maldini, Kazaragi and Rutig behind Mox up top. Let's hope for a win. Or at least not a heavy defeat, like I suspect it could be. But we are starting on a positive mentality. We are going to try and win the game, because there's no point in playing a football match unless you try and win it. Velhurst clears, but only as far as Rutig. Rutig now down the wing. Can he find a ball across? He plays it back to Lezi. Lezi now bombing on down that wing. Gets to the byline. Plays it back to Gara. Here's Kazaragi. Back to Helgeson. Lezi. What can Lezi do? Finds Mox, and it's tapped to Rutig, and Rutig puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 1-0 after only 2 minutes of the game. Wowzers. I did not expect that. And it looks like we're on the attack again. Kazaragi now tries to find Lezi, but is unable to. And here come Empoli on the break with Spendi. Spendi finds a ball across, but it's cleared away. But it falls on the edge of the area, and it's pumped home by Bellardinielli, because that's a real name. Yes, I'm fluent in Italian, as you guys can clearly see by my pronunciations of everything. And I do apologise, but the way that I say it is correct. And if you say it wrong, then that's your issue, not mine. But I am definitely correct. I'm clearly not. But let's pretend I am. Maldini now plays it back to Helgeson. Murphy back to Maldini. He's cut inside. It's off the crossbar. Rutig goes to make the challenge as the highlight ends, and it's 1-1 at half time. I think we're doing quite well. Let's carry on and see if we can push on for a second goal. Here's Murphy, plays it back to Helgeson. Maldini now. Helgeson, Murphy turns, plays it inside to Kazaragi, and it's saved and pushed out for a corner kick. Calgaria to take the corner, plays it in, unable to find a white shirt, but we're back on the attack now with Mox spraying it out to Murphy. Can Murphy find a ball across? He does go to Maldini, and Calgara forces the save and another corner. Calgara plays it in towards the back post, and Dakil, unfortunately, leaning back there, can't header it on target, and it goes over for a goal kick. It's 1-1. Still nothing. And now Empoli with a corner. We need to get rid. We do. But only as far as Spendy and Abaldo. Ball drops for Abaldo and he makes it 2-1 to Empoli. Oosh. Yashmash. We are not doing too well. I think we need to, after this highlight, we're going to make some changes. Here's Pieri. Plays it out to Murphy. Murphy now down the line to Maldini, into Casaraghi. Casaraghi now on the left. Can he find a ball across? He does to Mox, and Mox headers in. And boys and girls, that is tight, but I believe he is onside. Mox there, headering it in to make it a Desmond. It is a Desmond. It's 2-2. And with that, we are going to freshen things up on the 75th minute. Maldini's got to come off. So Bonomi's coming on. Yassin's coming on in the centre for Helgeson. Murphy's looking tired. So we're going to bring on Leslie across and then bring on Rodeo on the right. Now, do we bring off... We're going to bring off Mox and bring on Nepi, who is actually overtaken Knox by the looks of it. He is a better player now than Mox, but we will see. Here is Casaraghi to Calgary. DeWitt picks it up though. Jorginho plays it back to the keeper. And that's crossed out, but Yassin's gathered, plays it into Casaraghi. Can Casaraghi do anything? Plays it back to Leslie, into Yazin. Yazin back to Pierre. Pierre over the top towards Casaraghi. And Spinde has taken it off of Leslie's feet. Plays it into Grassi. Great challenge there, and here's Spendy now. Yassin clears. But it falls to DeWitt, whose header is just over. We're going to bring Casaraghi off for Spavwan. Now, just for the last couple of minutes. But boys and girls, we have ended with a Desmond. It's 2-2. And that is a result, as far as I'm concerned, against Empoli, who are clearly a better team than we are. So, what does that mean? That means we will come back for Sampdoria and our sister club, Crotone, in the next episode. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. I've been the Masked Manager. Until next time, I have spoken.